The data tab, such as sorting and filtering and subtotals out here, and also pivot tables found elsewhere. You can click on a single cell and activate a lot of these commands pretty quickly. And what happens is, for example, if I click sort right now, and see how the background is automatically highlighted? Well, that isn't always the case and doesn't always work out quite so smoothly. And here's what you need to do in some situations. Suppose you've never seen this data, or it's been a long time, you're not quite so sure of it. Is there a hidden row somewhere? Or an empty row? What if I put in an empty row here? Maybe another person put this in for a page break or something. Didn't think much of it, put in an empty row. So what would happen here if we did start sorting here? Now if I zoom way back, we'll see pretty clearly. We don't normally zoom at this level, but if I start sorting, you can see that not all the data got highlighted. We're only highlighted the data down to the empty row. So pressing Ctrl Z a few times here and bringing back that data, there we go. Now we see things a little more clearly. If you're about to work with data like this and you do want to be able to simply click on a single cell and then proceed with these commands, it's not a bad idea to first select what's called the current region, meaning all the contiguous cells around wherever the active cell is, and not worry about data off to the right that has an empty row or column separating it. And that's a bit of a mouthful, but I'm about to press the unusual keystroke combination, which means current region, Control-Shift-*. Now on full keyboards, you can use Control and the asterisk on the number pad and not worry about Shift. So what happened here? All the contiguous data around the active cell was highlighted. And even though there are gaps, for example, in column I, and there's not much data in columns L, M, and N, that's adjacent to other cells that have data. Column O is completely empty, so any information off to the right is not included. Now, how big is this? We'd have to zoom way back, and maybe that wouldn't help us anyway. This might be huge. The follow-up to this is to press Control period repeatedly, and this seems like a weird thing to do. Right now, the active cell is in A1. As I press Control period, the active cell is moved over into the highlighted upper right corner. It's at N1. Now the lower right corner, N742, lower left corner, A742, and then back up top again. So pressing Control period simply quickly confirms the corners of this range. So you're not going to be doing this very often with the same set of data. But if you are about to handle some information here and you want to optimize your use of sorting and filtering, and you want to be able to, whenever you need those features, simply click on a single cell, then take the step of pressing Control-Shift*, scope out the data, press Control period a few times, and then you can proceed with those commands pretty freely and easily. So it's a good series of steps to get a quick handle on your data so you can use other commands much more efficiently.